Hey guys, this is Brendan with Gone Mobile Vans. We're here at our shop in Costa Mesa, California, and here we are with our new sport model. We're super excited about this build. It's more of an entry level or an adventure type van that you just need for the weekend, for biking, for surfing, things like that. So it's more modular, more lightweight, more affordable. We're super excited about it. Let me show it to you. All right guys, so this sport model is built on our favorite chassis. It's the 148 high roof all-wheel drive Ford Transit. It's in the carbonized gray colorway. We had this outfitted with the Q-lift right from the dealership, so it's got a 2-inch lift, Bilstein struts up front, Falcon shocks in the rear, 245, 75, 16 all-terrain tires on it, really nice stance, excellent ride, and a super solid platform for us to build on. So what really sets this van apart from our standard builds is basically the initial steps in this van. It leaves it open for the owner to decide what they want to do, what they don't want to do. So currently in this state, we've got some bunk windows, we've got a max fan up there. You could absolutely add a roof rack, you can absolutely add more gears, you could add flares if you want, etc. But it's basically the starter point. Get in this van super quick, 2 or 3 week turnaround from us, and you're on the road, or you're at the beach, or you're at the soccer game with your kids. So it's more of a quick turnaround and more modular experience for our clients, so it can really suit their needs more, especially if you're a family, you got a bunch of kids and your activities change from weekend to weekend. You're not so set with a specific build that is designed really for 1 or 2 people like our normal builds. So we're excited about this. I think we're just going to open it up to a whole different set of clients that have different needs than what our normal clients are really looking for. So really guys, the outside of this van, we can do whatever you like to it, roof rack, gear carrier, things like that. Really what's different on this van from our others is what's inside. Let me show it to you. So right up front guys, here we are, we have a little pedestal galley. So this is new stuff from Lost Highway. This is their fast cabinet system. So fast, affordable, sturdy, and tough. Lightweight, all the same type of construction we've been working with for years with Lost Highway, but it's definitely much more modular. So we did go and add a custom sized drop down table to the outside of this, so you still have this functionality, which we think is just super key in our builds. Being able to have this workspace is pretty awesome. It's a very lightweight cabinet. I'm gonna hop inside. It's really designed that you can unbolt this thing and take it out of the van. So it's got some handles here. If you want to lift this guy out of here, you can absolutely do that. We have a simple water system. We've got a Dometic rechargeable water system. Double tap on this guy and you got water into a basin that is easily removable. You can take this guy, pour the water out when you're done. There's absolutely more room underneath this guy as well for storage. You could have a different power system in there, whatever you like. But let's say you get to camp, you want to take this out, set it up outside. It's easy to unbolt it and do that. Or if you got activities for this weekend that you got to fit 2 motorbikes in here, you don't need the galley in here, you're just going riding for the day, boom, this thing can come right out. So modularity is the name of the game with this, and these new fast cabinets from Lost Highway are pretty awesome. So in the front of the galley, we've got some power ports. We have USB and we have 12 volts, so you could charge your phone or some other 12 volt appliance can plug in right here. On the face of this, we've just got bungees on here, so you can reach in and grab gear, or you can unhook these bungees, get them out of the way to be able to have access easier. There's room for a trash can, there's room for more water, there's room for a battery system or some cooking gear. But once again, lightweight, modular, remove it if you don't want it. These bungees just hook right back on, super easy to keep some of your gear in place. But a neat little spot for fresh drinking water and whatever else you need. We could have an option for a flip-up extension. If you want some more countertop space, that's an option as well. But really robust, lightweight, and removable if you need to. So on the driver's side of the van, similar to our other full-size vans, we do have sort of a bench seating area here. So this is our Lost Highway toilet box. This is our standard toilet box that we have in all of our builds. Right now, it does not have the wrap-on checker in there, but that's an option to get the wrap-on checker in there, or some other cassette toilet in there if you like, or it could just be storage. But modular, once again, you could unbolt this and remove it as well. This will have the wrap-on in this because this will be our demo van. I want to be able to show this off, and that wrap-on is pretty awesome. Next to that is our new Blue Eddy ice chest. So this is also going to be an included option in this van. It's got power in there. It's a fridge and freezer. You can adjust the temperature that you like. It also has a cool little feature of an ice maker. So you can actually make ice in this guy, and it works pretty well. about 10 minutes and you got 24 ice cubes, and it's pretty amazing actually. One of the coolest things about this fridge, in my opinion, is that it actually has a built-in battery in here. So you can actually have this thing unplugged from the power system in the van, and it'll run for several hours. It's telling me it's got 68 hours of charge capacity in this thing right now. So it's really cool. You get to camp again, or you get to the beach and you want to take this out, and you got power. It's going to stay cold, make ice, all that. So it's also just part of your bench seat. So you got room here to hang out like we normally do in our vans, but you have the added feature of ice chest that has its own power system, which we think is pretty key as well. So for this interior package in this van, it's a little different than our normal builds. This has got a new foundation kit from Lost Highway, and they've never done it for the Transit. They've done it for the Sprinter for years. The Transit is new for them, so we've worked with them. We've provided them support. We've provided them a van to work with. So it has all of our same features that we always use. We always have sound deadening material. We use 3M Thinsulate everywhere as well. Still 1/4-inch Baltic birch wall panels, and upholstered in the Marathon fabric that we like to use. However, this interior kit has got L-Track in strategic places. So normally we would put L-Track just where we want it, but this van has got L-Track throughout the van. So in this case, the cabinets, the upper cabinets are bolted to the L-Track. The bed system is also bolted to vertical L-Track pieces. So this internal structure that's in behind the wall panels supports all of this L-Track everywhere, which adds to the modularity and the functionality of this van. So it's not like our normal setup, because that is more of a fixed structure with our galley and our bed system, but this is way more modular. You could raise or lower this bed to accommodate, you know, a low sleeping height or a high one if you got a couple of bikes in here. But this new foundation kit sets the tone for how this van can work for you. So in this case, we got our new fast upper cabinets from Lost Highway. Once again, sort of that bungee structure here to be able to get stuff in. You can always reach in here, but it's the same size as our normal 28-inch cabinet, just no door on it. The door cabinets do work in this kit as well, so if you'd like to have the bamboo door cabinets, you can do that as well. But what's cool about this is that if you could set this cabinet up here, but you might decide that you want it down there, or you might decide that you want to add some more cabinets to it and not have to come back to your builder. You can buy these and bolt these in yourselves. So they bolt right into the L-Track. You know, it's a two-person job to be able to hold it up there, bolt it in, or move it. You decide that you need more room up front, you can move it. And what's really cool is that it really just gives each individual a way to customize their interior that works best for them. In addition to the wall panels and the interior support, insulation, etc. on the walls, we have our ceiling as well. So once again, this is our standard ceiling that we have in all of our vans. Our topographic design adds some additional insulation, sound deadening, and it really looks awesome in this van as well. We've got our ceiling lights for down lighting, and we have a Max Fan 7500 in the front position here. You can open this up and drive it when you're when it's open in the rain. There is room if you want to have a second fan in the back here, or even an AC unit if you'd like to do that as well. But once again, sort of modular, but absolutely have our signature ceiling in here to really let everybody know that this is a Gone Mobile van. For the bed system in this van, this is also quite different than our normal setup. This is a north-south bed, so you can sleep long ways in this bed. This is a new system from Lost Highway as well. It's an all aluminum 3-panel platform bed. It's super lightweight. It's got bungee locks to keep the panels in place, and we will have a custom Roam Rest mattress that is the right dimension and shape for this mattress as well. So you'll have the same 5-inch mattress that all of our other clients have. So once again, it's modular, it's lightweight. You can remove the panels super easy. Maybe you only want 2 panels and you're short enough to sleep sideways. You could still do that. Or if you need to raise or lower the overall bed height, you can move the panels, you can drop the side rails down to a lower height or raise them to a higher height if you got a couple of tall bikes or a moto or something along those lines. It really just gives you the flexibility to set the bed height at something that's going to work for you and make it work for your lifestyle. We have 2 bunk windows in the back of the van. That gives you that same cross ventilation that we normally get with our flares. Those are the same windows that we use in our Flare Space flares. We do have a couple little cubbies in there, so you can pop your phone in there or a book or whatever you might need to store that in the middle of the night. And like I said, still provides plenty of ventilation with the Max fan. Really a great sleeping setup, modular, easy to set up or remove as necessary. So at the back of the van, we have Lost Highway's fast low boxes. So these are different than our normal boxes, of course. We've used some of their low, narrow boxes in the past, but once again, these are open for storage. In this van, we do not have a large water tank, water system, etc. in the back. This is more modular, more for gear. As I mentioned before, up in the galley is a self-contained water tank in there, so you don't need to have the additional tank at the back. These boxes can once again be unbolted and removed if you like, or you could remove the bed panels, get them out of the way, and let's say you're gonna go skiing for the day, you don't need the bed panel in there, but you want a place to be able to sit down, put your boots on and gear. You could move this out of the way, sit here, hang out, lounge afterwards. There are other options as well. There are deeper boxes. If you wanted to have a full-time, bigger water system, we can incorporate that in there. This side will be our power system. So we've got a couple different options for an expandable power system that will be on this side. So anywhere from a simple system that runs 100 amp hours that'll manage your lights and fan and fridge, etc. for a day or two, all the way up to a 300 or 400 amp hour system that could all fit in this box. So once again, it's a bit of a choose your own adventure. This is a fantastic starting point for a ton of people, and this will get you out and about doing stuff, heading to the beach, heading to the mountains for the date or something like that. And it just provides that extra level of flexibility for, like I said, people that have a bunch of different activities that might be changing up their plan weekly with their different family activities. All right, guys, that's it for the tour of our new sport van. We're super excited about this. We think it's going to be a fantastic hit with a lot of people, especially since we believe this is going to be priced around 35 grand for the interior mods that we've done to this van. That would include the fan, that would include the bunk windows, that includes the tire carrier, etc., power, water, refrigerator, toilet, all that good stuff. Super quick turnaround as well. We believe we'll be able to build these things in 3 to 4 weeks, be able to get you van in here and back out on the road really quick. Attractive price, attractive product. We think it's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for some videos when we're going to be out and about on the trails with this thing, putting it through its paces. But we're super excited, and yeah, hope to see you on the next video.